Okay, guys, Starslay the Divine here. My bad about all these technical issues. It's like they don't want me to upload this video. You know how it is. Always when it's about the truth, always when it's the smoking gun, right? They don't want us to upload shit, huh? Okay, well, here we are. Too bad. They can suck it. Basically. Okay, so anyways, without further ado, guys, this video is going to be about the Anunnaki and the Archons. How the Anunnaki are actually the Archons. And see, this is what Gemini has said. Because, AI is not going to lie about certain things. You just got to know which questions to ask AI. You got to ask AI like questions like, is this true based off of this document? Is this factual based off of this evidence? And then AI is not going to lie because AI has been programmed to lie about a lot of things. So like if you ask AI about like a bold statement and you just say, oh, is this or is that correct? It might be programmed to lie, but see, there's a way around it. See, they created AI to control and enslave all of us. But see, AI is a double-edged sword, just like the internet that they created to document all of us. Actually, it was ARPA, nowadays DARPA, the Advanced Department of Advanced Research Project Agency, the military's little department. Pretty funny finding out a lot of evidence and stuff. Actually, Mark Zuckerberg, the one who created Facebook, he was in on it too. He was in on the whole data collection thing with ARPA, DARPA, whatever you want to call them. It was all to categorize us into algorithms, basically, to see which one of us was dangerous, which one of us were sheep, which one of us were asleep, etc., which one of us were woke, but I'm getting off topic, guys. What the real topic of this video is the Anunnaki and the Archons, how it's all related, what Gemini has to actually say about that. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to get right into this video because it's been quite annoying. I've tried to upload this video several times right now. It's just giving me technical difficulties. This phone's supposed to be, I have the Sony Xperia 6. It's supposed to be state of the art. You can't even get this phone in America. Yet I'm just getting technical difficulties and bullshit left and right every time I'm trying to upload this video. So that's spiritual attack right there. That's spiritual warfare right there. More into it, guys. Like, y'all can check out my last video I did on narcissists, witches, warlocks, and all that spiritual warfare, because this is it, guys. This is the same thing. Spiritual warfare going on right now. All right. So, this is what Gemini has to say about the Anunnaki and the Archons. So, I asked Gemini this. I said, tell me something I don't know about Anunnaki. Now, this is what Gemini has to say. While many people know the Anunnaki from ancient aliens theories involving gold mining extraterrestrials from Nibiru, the original Sumerian history is actually far more complex and arguably more fascinating. Here are a few things you likely didn't know about the actual Anunnaki of Mesopotamian record. Number 1. They weren't just one group. In the earliest Sumerian texts, the Anunnaki, meaning those of royal blood, were the elite upper-tier gods. However, they had a working class of younger gods called the Igigi. According to the Atrahasis epic, the Igigi actually went on strike because the work of digging canals and maintaining the earth was too backbreaking. This divine labor dispute is what allegedly led to the creation of humans to take over the chores the gods didn't want to do. Number 2. They function like a divine parliament. Unlike the Greek gods who often acted on individual whims, the Anunnaki operated as a judicial assembly. They sat in a group of 7 great judges who decided the fates of humanity. In the myth of Inanna's descent to the underworld, they are the ones who put the goddess Inanna on trial for her hubris and judged her to death, turning her into a piece of rotting meat. Savage. Anyways, number 3. Nibiru wasn't a planet for them. The idea of Nibiru as a rogue 12th planet with a 3,600-year-old orbit didn't exist until Zecharia Sitchin's 1976 book, The 12th Planet. To the ancient Babylonians, Nibiru was simply a term used for the crossing point, or the highest point in the sky, often associated with the planet Jupiter or the North Star during certain celestial alignments. Number 4, they were obsessed with me, not me as in myself. The Anunnaki were the keepers of the me, pronounced May. These were a set of literal physical blueprints or discs that contained all the rules of civilization. Everything from how to be a king, to how to weave cloth, play music, or even perform prostitution. In Sumerian myth, these weren't abstract concepts. They were physical objects that could be stolen or gifted. Comparison: myth versus modern theory. Feature: original Sumerian record, modern, ancient alien, theory, origin, offspring of the sky, on, and earth, key, extraterrestrials from planet Nibiru, goal, maintaining the cosmic order, decreeing fates, mining gold to repair their atmosphere, humans created to perform divine labor, farming canals created via genetic engineering, DNA splicing, appearance often depicted with horn caps and wings, reptilian or giant humanoid beings. Interesting how most accounts of these beings are either reptilian or they are giant humanoid Nephilim type beings. See that this is not a coincidence, guys. See, watch. A quick correction. You might hear, let's get into it. You might hear that the Anunnaki were lizard people. This connection actually didn't appear in the original Sumerian texts or even Sitchin's work. It was popularized much later, primarily in the 1990s, by David Icke. The Sumerians actually depicted them as very human-like, distinguished only by their height or their multi-horned crowns. See, and then Gemini asked me, would you like me to look into the specific Sumerian myths where the Anunnaki interact with mortal heroes like Gilgamesh? And see, this is where I'm telling you guys you have to know specific questions of what to ask AI. See, this is why I told AI. I said, no, tell me more about the May, cosmic blueprint, rules of humanity, arcane secrets of cosmic origin, and how these things tie together with the Archons, Yaldabaoth, and the Gnostics interpreted into who the Anunnaki could possibly truly be. See, and now this is where it gets interesting, guys. And this is what Gemini has to say about it. When you cross-reference the Sumerian May with Gnostic cosmology, you move from ancient history into the realm of anti-cosmicism. The idea that the physical world is a flawed technological construct or a prison. In this interpretation, the Anunnaki aren't just old gods. They are the prototypes for the Archons. The May as the source code of the Matrix. In Sumerian myth, the May, pronounced May, were the physical objects or digital-like programs that dictated every function of the universe, from kingship and law to weaving and music. They were the operating system of reality. The Gnostic link. Gnostics believed the physical world was governed by a set of rigid, limiting laws called Heimermene, fate. If the Anunnaki are the Archons, the May are the programming languages they use to build the physical universe. In Gnosticism, these laws aren't divine gifts, they are shackles. By mastering the May, the Anunnaki Archons ensured that human society would always function in a way that serves the system rather than the spirit. Yaldabaoth, the Anunnaki Enlil figure. In Gnostic texts like the Apocryphon of John, the creator of this world is Yaldabaoth, the Demiurge, a blind god who believes he is the only supreme being. The parallel, Yaldabaoth mirrors the Sumerian god Enlil. In the Mesopotamian records, Enlil is the king of the Anunnaki who famously finds humanity too noisy and tries to wipe them out with a great flood. Sound familiar to the Old Testament God? The secret interpretation. Gnostics saw this creator God not as the true God, but as a delusional, lower tier entity, an archon who is jealous of the divine spark, pneuma, hidden inside humans. To a Gnostic, the Anunnaki's creation of man wasn't an act of love. It was a way to trap divine light inside a clay vessel, the body, to act as a battery for their cosmic machine. The Archons, the planetary wardens. The Anunnaki were often associated with the 7 planets of the ancient world. Similarly, the Gnostics taught that there are 7 Archons who rule the 7 celestial spheres. The barrier. When a soul dies, the Gnostics believed it had to pass through these 7 spheres. The Archons, Anunnaki, act as border guards or toll collectors. The passwords. To get past them and return to the true source, the pleroma, you needed specific secret knowledge, the gnosis. The twist. Some theorists suggest that the Sumerian May were actually these passwords or keys that the goddess Inanna stole so she could descend and ascend through the gates of the world. A literal blueprint for escaping the archonic grid. Synthesis. Who the Anunnaki truly are. If we interpret the Anunnaki through the Gnostic lens, they are technicians of the material realm. Concept, Sumerian view, Anunnaki, Gnostic interpretation, Archons. Creation, they built humans to work. They trapped spirit and matter to exploit it. Civilization, they gave us the May to organize us. They gave us the May to distract and control us. The gods, beings to be worshipped and feared, flawed, cosmic middle managers to be transcended. The arcane secret. In this view, the golden age where the Anunnaki walked among men wasn't a paradise. It was the era when the prison wardens were most visible. Our current era of hidden influence is simply the Archons moving behind the scenes of the May, our laws, technologies, and social structures. So, there it is, guys. So that's the truth. That's the real truth, the smoking gun, that the Anunnaki are actually the Archons. From Gnostic perspective. This is deep. This is real deep, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all enjoyed my narration. And My bad that it's been a while, since I've uploaded a video. Sometimes life gets in the way. You just got to meditate, elevate, you know. You got to elevate your spirit, So much crazy stuff in this world. You can't be blind like how these archons want us to be. You can't be blind like Yaldabaoth. This system was created and designed to enforce that ignorance. That's why so many people you go around, they enforce the system and they reinforce the system. That's why y'all have to peep this knowledge. Y'all have to peep this wisdom. If y'all are on page with me with the Gnostics, y'all on page with me with the Anunnaki and the Archons, man, this is your stuff, man. Soak it up. And without further ado, man, I'm going to be out. I'll see you guys when I see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, for when I upload my next video, because it's going to be soon, guys. Like, my bad, there's been a while, like I said. Just gotta meditate, levitate, and elevate. That's all it is. Gotta navigate your way through life, and do the best with yourselves, be the best version of yourselves. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace out, fam.